Yesterday, I shared with you guys a whole bunch of letters that I have received in the mail from my friends and my cousins and some other family members. So if you want to see what's inside some of these envelopes, I would recommend watching that video. Even though it's in Spanish, I think you can see the contents and see the point of letter writing and how much fun it can be. Today, I wanted to show you one of my favorite letters, quote unquote, that I've gotten in the past. And this is from my cousin. We spent a great part of our childhood together, so we're very close. She handed me this tin a couple years ago, and inside you will see that she has put some letters. So instead of mailing them, she actually delivered this to me by hand. And she is an artist. She's very creative, and she's a little bit silly like me. And so this is called A Spider Crawled My Way. I named it Splat. To be honest, when she sent this to me, I know I've read this before, but this is like new for me because I have not gone back and looked at all this stuff that she had sent me. I looked at it the first time. I fell in love with every single thing that's in here. And then I kept it in this tin because I knew how special it was and I didn't want to put it anywhere else or move it to any other place where it might get damaged. So this is my first time in at least a year to open it. And I'm seeing right now that she has written in tiny, 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 tiny font. And this is just notebook paper. I don't know if you can tell or not, but these little rectangles, it's just notebook paper. But she wrote like 3 lines on each regular line. Then we have this little zipper pouch, which I'm sure I could use for something, but it's like sacred to me, so I like to keep it all together in here. It's actually a really nice little pouch. Then she has a piece of paper towel with my name on it. Vegan chocolate cookie, so this looks like maybe a recipe. She sent me a recipe. So she has her ingredients here. She has the steps for making vegan chocolate chip cookies. And then, let's see, I have to be very careful with this. She's got some more little letters here. This one says, these are special pages because they come from the notebook you gave me many years ago. So she has torn out some pages from a notebook that I gave her. And then there's a stain in here. She says, what is this, you might ask? Many years ago I placed some type of flour to dry. I don't think I did that well. I don't have the flour. And the only evidence is the stain on this paper. Alright, well, that's what that is. And then she's got, you mentioned glasses. Which camp do you fall in? I hope my writing is not giving a headache. Sorry, so she wants to know if I am nearsighted or farsighted. That's the camp she's talking about. I would like to read a book with you this year. This was in 2019. We still have not read a book together, but apparently she's suggesting one, so possibly that one. This is another page from that same notebook, and you can tell where the flower she's talking about was right here. It's stained 3 pages long. It was a juicy flower. Okay, I'll put this back here. She has a little bird, and it has a little note in the back. Do you remember the card you sent me? So pretty. I don't buy often, but I also like pretty cards. Thank you for sharing them with me. So no, I don't remember what card I sent her, but I have a system and I will be showing you that system later on this week. Then she also has a face that she made with little corn kernels, like, you know, like when you eat corn on the cob, but these are just the little corn dillies, the individual grains of corn that you could fry and make popcorn out of. And it says, popcorn kernels that didn't pop, rebels. She's silly. This one says, what am I? And it's a tiny little envelope that she made. What do you think is in here? Kind of scary. Let's see. It's not glued or taped or anything. It's just folded, but I want to make sure it doesn't fall apart. Oh, I know what these are. These are seeds. Do you know what kind of seeds these are? I know exactly what kind they are. They're cilantro seeds because I love cilantro. I still don't want to plant these because I want to save them because she gave them to me. I want to keep this exactly how she sent it. Oh, little guy got out of the way. Alright. this is just a card. So a lot of times we save just little cards that you get in the mail or cards that you find here and there. Sometimes I like to save the price tags from like shirts and stuff because it's cardstock and then they're little, you know, they're nice little. Sometimes they have pretty pictures on them. This one, I don't know where she got this, from a box or something. And it says, "I found this and thought you might use. We buy pineapples often. We love pineapples. What is your favorite fresh fruit?" Oh, it's explaining how to. Oh, it says, "For my extra sweet sister." So sweet. We grew up together, so we call each other sister. There's the pineapple, the top part of it, and then the middle you're supposed to slice, then take the middle part out. Then you slice this, and then you cut it up into pieces. However, I love pineapple, but I won't eat it fresh because I have hurt my tongue by eating pineapple, fresh pineapple before, so I'm very terrified of eating fresh pineapple. I think she knows that. But this to me looks terrifying. There's another little note and some music. Do you recognize that? Here is a card that she decorated beautifully. And inside, it says, "You are beautiful." Look at that. That's so sweet. The decorations are beautiful and the message is beautiful. Aww. Look at this way. She has a little thing of lip smacker, like chapstick. She sent me this is like a little booklet she made. Favorite 2018 vacations. And there's a picture that she drew of a little tent and a pine tree and the moon or the sun. It says best. Oh, I remember what this is. Okay, this is good that I found it. She would like for me to fill this out. I'm going to have to go back to maybe my photos that are stored somewhere to see what my favorite 2018 vacations are. And then I'm supposed to fill this out. And then I'm supposed to fill out best memories of 2018. And then songs you don't like and why. I'm really bad about song titles. And then new recipes for 2019. I might make that for 2020 or maybe 2021. But yes, I will keep that out because this one she wants back. She wants me to fill it out and then send it back to her. So I'll keep that separate. She has a little squirrel with an acorn. It says, "We have a squirrel named Chip. He lives up a tree next to our house. He is shy but has a lot of energy. Does not share his acorns." That's cute. There's a chicken. It looks like it's sewn on, but it's actually drawn. So chickens have feelings too. They can be a friend to you. Aww. I'm pretty sure she's vegetarian. Warm and squishy, always busy. It's your birthday on this Friday, mentioned above. Refilled with love. That's cute. Oh. Alright, we have another envelope here. What? There's a bunch of. What am I? Okay, so you guys are going to help me. What do you think is in this package? You can get a closer look. There are multiple little things that are in here. Let's try to unfold this. To me, they look like, and you guys are not getting the extra sense of smell, which I am, but I think they are, oh, I was wrong. I thought they were closed. It's like a little flower. They're like seeds. I'm not really sure what this is, to be honest. I'll have to ask her, but it's definitely dried. And the other one one that fell off. Oh, I'll have to ask her. Okay. And oh, this is the one I was thinking. This is what I was thinking that they were. Can you tell what this is? There also seem to be multiples. Yep, these are, I believe they're called cloves, and these are dried, but when they're fresh, they smell really good. This is what I was smelling. They still smell pretty good. It's like a spicy smell. And then this last one, there's two of them. They look like little earrings. I don't think they're earrings because everything else has been natural. They are more seeds. These are not cilantro seeds. I'm not sure what kind of seeds these are. They're a little bit different. Maybe I should plant them and let's see see what they turn out to be. But I probably won't do that because if I plant them, then I won't have them in this cute little packet anymore. All right, then we have this is like a bulletin from a church, a little flyer from a church, and she's got a little note on the back. And then she sent me a quick henna design for my business. So you remember I told you that I do henna design, so she has designed one for me. That's very pretty. That will look really good like around somebody's neck, like maybe looking like a necklace. That's very pretty. Love Lewis's. And then we have this other paper, Color Me When You Get Bored. Oh, this is another one that she drew. She wants me to color it and then send it back to her so she can see. I guess I don't have to send it back. I think I'll keep this one. I can color it and send her a picture. And then we have, I have no idea what this is. Huh. But it could be a book or, I'm not sure. And then we have other papers. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use these to write her on when I write her back, because I have some letters that are going to her, so this is what's going to her. These two I'm going to write notes on. This one I'm going to make into a little booklet somehow. And then this one that she made for me that has my information. Then the last thing is that I noticed when I took this off, there is, I don't know if you can tell or not, but yeah, I think you can. There's a little hair on this lid, and she taped it with a piece of tape, and it says Wally's hair. Wally is her dog. She has this beautiful big dog, and I guess this is one of his hairs. So that's very thoughtful of her. I'm going to put everything back in here. It's not going to go in the exact same order, but it's okay. And this is just to give you guys an idea. I was talking in the video yesterday, but if you didn't understand it, I'm going to translate for you, that letters and notes and postcards and things like that, when you receive them, there's something so special about it because somebody took the time to write all these things for you, to put everything together for you, you know. And even if it's not like this is probably the fanciest letter I've ever gotten. It's got its own tin and everything. But typically I will get just a postcard, like just this postcard in the mail. It means so much to the person who receives it because somebody put thought into it while they were on a trip, or even if they're just at home and they just happen to have a postcard around or a little note around and they send it to you. It just makes you feel loved, you know, it makes you feel special. So during these times when we're kind of away from the people that we care about, or some of the people that we care about, you know, it's a good idea to maybe think about writing them a note and sending it in the mail. Don't forget you will need to have their address on the envelope. Let me show you an example. Okay, so this is an envelope. And here, like if you send this in the mail, it's not going to go anywhere because it doesn't have an address. So you have to put the person's name. You have to find their address. Typically, you would put your own address here so it will come back to you. Or you can also put it on this side. And then you have to put the right stamp on the top. These are just some ideas. If you're looking for something to do, sometimes we draw and we make art and we do all this stuff, but we don't really have an audience these days. And so writing a letter is a way for you to kind of have an audience because now you can send it to someone and they will appreciate it a lot. Yep. So later on this week, I will show you some of the letters that I've been working on lately so you can kind of get some ideas of what I'm doing when I send them out to other people. Hope you enjoy it.